Welcome to Rom Wills Money Matters. You might have to sleep on an air mattress. Now, this is something like, I've talked about this years ago when I first started this channel, but you might have to sleep on an air mattress. Like I said, business success doesn't go right away. Especially you want to be an entrepreneur, you gotta, it's a certain lifestyle to that. You ain't gonna be going out buying that like late model car or living in that expensive apartment or something or house unless you already have a 9-to-5 job that's paying. And if you have that, fine. But there's a lot of people out there who they might be starting off and they might have a 9-to-5 job, but it's not making money like that. There's a lot of people out there who might be working on a minimum wage job, or they might have to get 2 jobs. I remember back in around 2005, 2006, I had my publishing business, but I had to go get 2 part-time jobs. 2, not 1, but 2 part-time jobs to have alongside the business. That's why I say I worked a lot of jobs. But when I say you might have to sleep on an air mattress, I mean a literal air mattress. In fact, it's halfway a lot of rites of passage for many men and women who are entrepreneurial and they going kind of against the grain. Because you got some people out there, they don't even want to work that regular job. They are just 100% committed to being an entrepreneur, making money that way. I know some people like that now. There's a whole lot of businesses out there. In fact, I'll get into like solopreneurs in the next episode, but you got it's so much you have to do. Like when I was really getting started, especially with being a content creator and everything, I remember like a few years ago I was sleeping on an air mattress. And then when I was eating, I had to get stuff from a dollar store. And I was still working a full-time job. And I wasn't making minimum wage, but I was working retail. I was making just enough to keep a roof over my head, but not much else. I mean, it was tight to the point, I would just have enough money to put gas in the car to go to work and back. But, like I said, that was real tough. Shoot, some people don't even have that. Some people might be sleeping in a rough neighborhood or a friend's couch. It's tough. And when I say air matches, because one thing, when you're an entrepreneur, when you try and get stuff going, you got to ask yourself, okay, I can't buy this expensive thing. It'd be nice if you could, but you might not be able to. You probably won't be able to buy that late model car. You got to just probably, if you can get a car at all, just have enough just with the car just to get from point A to point B. You're not going to have all those fly clothes at first. You're not going to have a lot of that because you're not going to afford it. Because as an entrepreneur, one of the things you got to do is put money back into your business. So even if you're making money, you got to put money back into your business. You might have to get materials. No telling what you have to do. Maybe, learn the trade. You might have to go to some type of school or something to learn what you want to be in business for. You might have to buy supplies. It depends. But you can't think you're going to just start off and be like just making money. That's why I said in the last episode, you got some people out there, they say, oh, you'll make money right away. No, you won't. Probably not. It takes work. And see, while you're doing that work, you ain't going to be living large. You ain't going to be balling out of control. Like I said, the only exception is you getting your business going and you already were making money. And some people do that. But even then, they're not making money off the business. But I'm talking about those solopreneurs, entrepreneurs who are starting off from scratch. Let's just be real. Most people ain't balling out of control and then jumping into business. First of all, if they're making money like that, they probably might not even be motivated to get into business. Indeed, whatever they're doing for a 9-to-5, a career, or 8 to 7 or 8 to 8, whatever they're doing in that career, that's what they want to do anyway, and they have every right to want to do that. But for the entrepreneurs, people who have some idea, people who, they want to be independent, they don't want to work for anybody. Oh, it can be tough. It can be tough. You know, you might have to sleep. You might have to like not even have your own place. You might have to sleep in a house with some roommates or something that you don't even know. You might have to be a roomer or something. Shoot. You might not have a vehicle. Might have to get around on a 10-speed or whatever bikes they have now. Seriously, that's how it is. You might not have a vehicle. You know, you might have to sleep on that Air Mattress. I was talking with she was a woman. I ain't gonna call her name. I don't know if she wants her name called. Let's just say she was a urban model, one of those women who can make money, you know, with pictures and stuff. She was telling me how she was sleeping on that Air Mattress, eating those ramen noodles and everything. You just have to do it. There's no shame in it. In fact, to me, it's a rite of passage. Like, I have no problem saying, oh yeah, I used to sleep on an Air Mattress. I just say get a good Air Mattress. Get a good Air Mattress, you know? And I remember those days. And shoot, where it was tough to get something to eat. It was tough. I wasn't hitting the rest. You know, I would get to a point I could hit the restaurants and, you know, eat at the fancy restaurants. But even that took some work. That took some work. And, you know, and people who follow me know I had a stroke a few months ago. You know, got to the point I could take care of medical bills and still take care of regular bills. Nice place, but I had to work for it. And I ain't just jump into it. Like, even like with online, there's a couple times I've seen some people saying, like I remember one young man, and I saw a couple of videos, he was thinking he's gonna make all this money, he's just gonna do some videos. And I don't know, I haven't followed the young man since, but you know, it's still not that easy. You still gotta put in the work. You still gotta do it. Like, they ain't gonna just hand you money. First of all, you gotta work to get the subs. You gotta have some interesting content. You gotta have good cameras. Even that's some work. Now, it can be done, but you gotta do the work. But even before you get there, you might have to sleep on that Air Mattress. You might have to find every farmer's market in your area. You might have to be very careful where you drive because you gotta save as much gas as possible. And there's nothing wrong with that because, see, understand, that's just temporary. If you work hard enough and you really put something into the business and you really do the work, then you get to the point you're not doing any of that anymore. And, you know, and that's where you want to go. That's where you want to go. But you might have to start off small. Don't think you're going to like just start off making money just like that. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. Get that out of your head. You're going to have to sacrifice. You know, there's a lot of talk about men taking women out to dinner and all of that. Well, if you're a man, any woman that you deal with got to understand that. You know, you might not be able to take her to that fancy restaurant. And if she get an attitude about it, be like, okay, next. Seriously, you should get an attitude about that. If she get an attitude, you don't need her. You need the type, if you're a man or a woman, you need the type of mate who is going to be helpful in the business or be supportive. If they don't want to be supportive, they're just looking at the money part, don't deal with them. But you might have to start off with that Air Mattress. There's no shame in it. To me, it's a rite of passage. It is what it is. So anyway, that's all I have for now. And y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.